Hey guys, Vex here, and welcome to a quick look at 9 Mobile. Now you may know that I record Age of Wushu videos. This is the mobile version, as you can see from the text over here, if you tap. It's all in Chinese. Now I've got a character that's level 48 and an alt that's level 5. I'll just show you my main character to start with. She is a little kid. That's because I used an item that, because I can't really read Chinese, didn't know what it did, and so it turned me into a kid, and I have no idea how to get back, or it's probably a cash shop item to turn back or whatever, but I don't care. As you can see, the look and the music is very similar. I don't know if this will record music, but it's very similar to Age of Wushu, and you can do all kinds of stuff you can in Age of Wushu. Like, see, speed up without trace, wild goose. You've got fly across the clouds, stuff like that, and a little bar over this side that shows you where it is. Now, as you can see, I've got a skill set over here. This is, I think, Drunken Fist. It's got some Drunken Fisty type things, like if we do this and then do that, you can see it's very Drunken Fist, fall down, that sort of stuff. Just sort of lay there. The other one I've got, which is actually weaker at the moment because I think the Drunken Fist one was an event one, so it's a bit stronger. This is the default MA Sect set, which you can see uses twin daggers or stings, and it's very cool. It's very, very cool. Especially that blade thing actually starts out as 1. I've upgraded it to 3. Now, I'll give you a basic overview of what a character is like. We've got the character screen here. This shows you my stuff. As you can see, there's a bunch of different gear and currencies and stats and all that stuff. Essentially, this is the screen you want to be in. You can see my gear and all that sort of stuff. We'll go to wrong screen again. We'll go to this screen. This sort of shows you your main sort of things. You've got 2 different sets you can use and swap between them with a button press. This, I think you can set up sets, but I don't have any sets to set up, really. I don't think. I'm not sure exactly, but then you can also have 3 internal skills. That's a big change from Age of Wushu. Now, I had no idea about this, so I thought, oh, you just switch between or something, but it took me a while. It basically took me a while to get a second internal skill, but now I do, and I'm starting to power up really fast. Now, these are the skill sets I've got. This is the MA one, and this is the Drunken Fist one. It's silver, which means it's obviously weaker one, but I've leveled it up to level 1 or whatever. You can see you've got 6 different skills. This is how you upgrade them. You collect those things, and then it costs a lot of bound silver, and this here gives you the bonus stat things. Similarly here, you can see. And these are your internal skills. It shows you what stats they give. I suppose the other thing here is you can see you level up each skill, and then on top of that, you've got combo points, which are that 2 out of 4 just there. You can see here I've got 3 out of 4 for that one. That's like that's how I basically made it go up to 3 things instead of just the 1. Same here with the internal skills. I don't think they have individual level ups, but you can level them up to level 9. I've got this level 1, level 2. This one's level 1 because I just got it. And then you've got your meridians. They sort of max out, and as you level up, as you can see, this one over here doesn't unlock until I've hit level 55. And there's ones up until level 100. And you sort of level them up and max them out as you go, and they cost meridians to level up. And this shows you how to use the different thingies as you go. Different flying skills. Pretty simple. That's fairly familiar to all of you who know Age of Wushu. It's sort of a similar deal. You level them up through... actually, that's another thing, isn't it? I haven't showed you how to level them up. To level them up, you may see here these 2 currencies. The first one is bound coins, which you get from doing pretty much everything. And I'm not sure what it's called. Tai Chi points? Cultivation points, probably. Like I said, I can't really read Chinese. I've sort of puzzled my way through it through my knowledge of Japanese kanji and just through knowing how gameplay works. So yeah, you basically cost those two currencies. If we go here, it'll... I can't level it up yet, but you can sort of see... does it have the cost here to level it up? No. Might here, if I go here and tap this, it'll show you this is how much it costs to max it out, and that's how much thing it costs. Here's one level, yep. One level cost me 10,000 cult points and 58,000 bound coin. And you sort of spend a lot. Bound coin's actually used a lot in this. And then here's my equipment. These daggers aren't the most leveled up ones. I've got this thimble, these knuckles leveled up. They start out, I can't remember, mine started out at like level 10 or 20 or something like that. I've been upgrading them ever since. They're gold class stuff. But essentially you can actually keep the same stuff and just level it up. You can also find, it's better off, you're better off, if you want to try and get jade stuff, you're better off trying to craft it. And as you craft more stuff, I'll show you crafting later. And basically to level these up, you basically need to collect these things. And you'll get them in the little mini dungeon things that you do. And same with these are the materials, the metal you need to level them up. As you go through, you'll need higher and higher level ones to level them up to higher levels. At the moment, I've got a couple of level 40 things, and I've got mostly level 30 and 35 stuff. You can also refine them using these things, these like cloth and gems and pearls and metal. They take a little bit to get enough of them to level them up. See, as you can see, I've only sort of had about half of them. But once you hit level 4, they start being both next tier things in which you have to meld some other stuff. Like here, you have to meld the lower level iron in to become the higher level material, and so forth and so forth, which will eventually take a while. And I think you can unlock them, if you don't need them anymore, you can unlock them using a unlocking chest, which I think costs gold, but... And then you level them up. After you've unlocked them here, to the next tier, you can basically level them up using this material down here, and bound coins. Now I'm running a bit low on that material. I'll have to get some more. You can also, I can't do it because everything's maxed out. But any random junk gear that you pick up can also be used to pay for this bottom resource. Now on top of that, you've got treasures. These slowly unlock as you level up. So by the time you hit about level 45, I think, you unlock all of them. You start off with this one, and about every 5 to 10 levels, you'll get unlock a new set. And they can, if they're high enough class, I think class 4 and up, have synergy, so you get bonus effects. This one's got plus 30 defense. And each of them has a different stat that they deal with. This one is attack rate, I think. I'm not sure what some of them are. That's defense. That is health. And yeah, these two I'm not too sure. There's like, I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is attack. And then those two I'm not sure. This is defense, and then the other two are health. And as you unlock them, you get higher tier ones, you can get gold ones. See, this is a class 5 one, which I don't have any others of, but I have 2 class 4s. It's pretty easy to get a hold of. Eventually, as you sort of level up, it's easy enough to get a hold of gold stuff. I had a good tier of set of, as you can see, still got some silver ones. These are the class 4 silvers, which actually have sets as well. I had a nice good set before I actually managed to tier everything up to gold, and then you still level them up by feeding them more stuff like that, more junk ones, and you can get some other materials that help level them up, and so forth and so forth. Got some new, I think I'm getting dropped down in ranks, that's okay, whatever. And then you do have crafting. You can craft stuff. You sort of start out at level 10, level 20 stuff. I think you slowly level up as you do more stuff, as you build more stuff. Once I harvest some lower level stuff, because it's all, I mean, at the moment obviously it's lower level than the stuff I'm collecting, so I've just got to get some lower level stuff, and then I've got enough workbenches here to make some tailoring items. I think I've got enough for 2 accessories, And you can also learn cooking. Now, cooking is important to level up because you can get good buffs out of it. And there's some guild quests that can give you stuff, and that just costs bound coins to level that up. And you collect these from, you can make this stuff, but you got to get these other recipes from beating mini-bosses, basically. And you can get a whole bunch of those. It's pretty simple crafting system. You just get enough pieces of the workbenches to make workbenches and so on and so forth. What next? You also have identities. They can give you stat bonuses. I've finished the story mode, so that's pretty much me done. What else have we got? There's a whole bunch of stuff to do, really. There's heaps and heaps of stuff. If you go to the daily list here, this will show you your dailies, the stuff you can do each day. This top one here, whoops, I'll just go here. This is your mini dungeons. These are basically like the faction runs. These are basically faction runs, and they give you experience and money and cultivation points. But they also, importantly, if we go to any one of them, you can see this one gives sword plans and materials. And as you do the harder ones, you can get more materials. Here's some level 40 materials, etc., etc. And you use these points up here to do them. It's important you do max these out each day as much as you can, because you get a lot of resources and coins and experience and so forth and so forth. Next is these things. These are little daily challenges. They give you experience and all kinds of stuff. We'll head over there now. It's got a nice auto run function. We'll head over there now, and I'll show you what these are. These are daily challenges. As this one's every day. You can do this one every day, but as you can see, this is the 3rd and the 5th days. This is the 2nd and the 6th, 2nd, 4th and 6th, and 5th and 7th, 5th and 1st rather. So you can sort of do them, and there's 3 different levels. This is the one you start out with, and then as you get to level 30 unlock, you get that at level 45. So you sort of unlock them as you go. But they're important to do each day because they do give you, if you can do them well enough, they can give you lots of materials. Like this first one's really good for getting a lot of coins, and you will need a lot of coins, and you'll need it. But yeah, this is a good way to get all those things, and trust me, you will need them. Don't worry about, you will need at least 3 inners, which is really handy. This is for Demon Heart. This is really hard to do on your own, and because I don't know enough Chinese, I don't quite know how to invite other people. I know how to be invited. I've been invited to a couple, which is really handy, but I don't know how to invite other people, so it gets a bit tricky with that. It is good to do. This is like a daily dungeon run. It's sort of a deep dungeon. Oops. I'll just close that. Let's see. Is this taking me the right way? No, it's not. It's going me towards the dungeons. As you can see, you get some really nice air, and you can climb over all the buildings. It's really just like Age of Wushu style. It's really nice to have a map like this. And other maps as well. There are other maps to run around in that's really just for jungling, for doing dungeons and mini stuff. This is an each day deep dive. You can basically dive down, do each level, and once you get to maxed out level, that's it. But you can also auto do it by pressing this button down here. And that'll get you, basically, you can do that once a day and reset it back up to your max level that you've beaten, which is for me 44 because there's a boss at 45 that I haven't beaten. I don't quite know what those other ones do, but it doesn't really matter. Essentially, you just dive as deep as you can as your power level dictates, and then each day you reset, get a whole bunch of gear, you get a whole bunch of stuff from it. I think one of these, yeah, this shows me what I get from all the stuff that I've gotten up to. This tells you all the stuff you can get on each level, which is really handy. Also on the daily stuff, you've got spying. So this is much like in Age of Wushu. You go to the other sects and spy. This is the way to get your sect's skills. And if we look here at the shop, you can get these points which enable you to buy different things for your sect. It's good. I spent because I wasn't sure if I thought there might be like deeper ones of my inner. I wasn't sure, but essentially each one. This is for your starter. This one here on the left, on the far left. This one is for your starter inner, and that'll level up your starter inner. This one is for the second inner, which I haven't quite gotten yet because I had no idea. So I thought I'll get that one. That might be like the mid-level. Once I get to mid-levels, that's what I'll need to upgrade my inner. But no, it's actually a separate inner. I had no idea. And this is the third inner, which I have actually got a few, but not anywhere close to 50. And this is your skill set. You can level it up using that. It's a good idea to at least get one level of your skill set up, because otherwise it's a bit tricky. Next, we've got Spine, not Spine, oops. This here is capturing spies, obviously. It's the opposite thing, you can get more points for that sort of thing. And then you've got, these are timed events. You've got world bosses, which show up at about, I can't remember, 11 o'clock on my time. And then you sort of go through and fight them. They take about 2 seconds to kill, because everyone's rushing to kill them. This is random bosses. I think they pop up randomly. It's really hard to catch them. You've got team practice, which I've done a few times. It's pretty worth it if you need experience. And cultivation. You will spend, however, your mini-faction points to do it, which is a little bit of a problem. This, I think, is kidnaps. But I haven't figured out how to do it, because I can click on players and do stuff, but I don't know. I don't want to mess around with that too much because I'm not sure what is there. You've also got escorts and whatever here that I'm not too sure of, because of the time difference. It's a little tricky to do most of them, so I kind of ignore them. And here you've got arena. You got the straight up normal arena, which is against a live player. Can be pretty tricky depending on who's online. This is an offline arena, which sort of lets you go in there, level up, and do stuff, and you sort of fight people until you hit towards where your limit is. The other ones I'm not 100% sure about. But yeah, there's a fair bit to do in this game. I'll switch back to my set. I don't think I can quite show you. Do I have any? I've got a bunch of stuff in my inventory, as you can see. A whole bunch of stuff in here. Whole bunch of cool stuff. Next time I will try and show you a few of the dungeon sections, and I'll just show you the maps and how fights go and that sort of general thing. It's pretty similar to Age of Wushu. It's a sort of block parry, that sort of thing. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope this turned out well. This was my first attempt to record a mobile game. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys.